Joey's my assistant here. We're going to show you why it's so important you don't put water on a grease fire. In the state of Minnesota, there's in the top 3 leading causes of house fires, unattended cooking, candles, and then smoking. But unattended cooking is a constant thing we have to deal with. And part of our programs here with the safety trailer down there, if you've noticed that, is we go to the schools and let the kids, 3rd, 4th, 5th graders, at the end of the year when they get out and start kind of home alone, we teach them kitchen safety. And the special thing about kitchen safety is never leave this kitchen if you're cooking. Make sure you're always in the kitchen. If you have to leave the kitchen, make sure you turn the pot off, or whatever's cooking, turn it off. And we also like to say that there's a 3-foot kid-free, dog-free zone when you're cooking. Dogs can be problems, especially if they're puppies. They can come in and be problems. And then when you guys are cooking, you always want to make sure you have the handle on the stove turned in, so you don't have little brothers or sisters pulling that hot liquid down, or whatever that hot item is in the stove. Parents, they do have knobs you can put on the burners so they can't turn them on and off. Timers are a good thing to have. We all have cell phones. If you got to cook something, make sure you're timing it. These are very, very important. These are smoke alarms. When we teach at the schools, we tell the kids that this is their nose at night, because this is constantly smelling for smoke. So all you kids, touch your nose for me. Touch your nose. This is your your nose at night. This never goes to sleep. That's why it's important that we check your batteries. Daylight savings time is coming up, so we make sure we check our batteries, change our batteries, and check your smoke alarms. Average smoke alarm life is 7 to 10 years. They can get bugs in them, spider webs, all that kind of stuff in there, so make sure you change them. They do have a 10-year smoke alarm with a 10-year battery. It's a little more expensive, but I think it's worth it, because even I forget to change the batteries every once in a while. I'm human, it can happen. Crock pots and air fryers. How many of you guys use the air fryers now? They're much safer to use than putting grease, but everybody has their way of cooking. But these are really unique to have. So what we're waiting for is we're waiting for the flames, the oil to get going and burn. And we're going to show you a couple things. Now, when it's cooking and a fire does happen on there, you want to have a cover with you at all times. And if it does happen, try not to ever grab the handle and move the pot to the sink or outside. Because if that hot grease moves or comes out when you drop it, it's going to burn you, right? So we don't want to take it off the stove. We want to keep it on the stove and leave it there, cover it, and leave it there as long as you can. But always call the fire department, call 911. We can get there and we can help you if there's anything that burns, if your cupboards catch on fire, something like that. I'll call the fire department. We also have a neat feature here too that you guys can do as if you're 18 and older. We have a fire extinguisher simulator down past our safety trailer. If you're 18 years or older, you've never used a fire extinguisher, we have live fire down there that you can actually use an extinguisher on if you've never done it. Please do it if you've never done it. They're not hard. We can teach you how to do it. But extinguishers in the kitchen, it's a good idea to have them, an ABC extinguisher, but make sure they're by a door. You always want to have an extinguisher by the door so you have an exit out. How are we doing, Chewy? Still cooking. All right. It could take a couple minutes, but it's going to be worth it, trust me. Any questions so far on the open house? Nothing? Yes? I can, but it wouldn't be very good if I could dance. You can dance for me. Yeah. If you guys do have, there's some new items out. It's a stovetop fire stop, they're called. These can be placed under your stove, under the hood there. And these are you'll see these in apartments quite a bit now, but they can put these under your stove hood. And if you do have a fire, this will pop and extinguish just like a fire extinguisher. Has anybody ever seen these before or have them in your homes? They're worth it, aren't they? They have them. But again, if you don't leave your kitchen, you might not need those. All right. Fire blankets they're okay. They're tough though. You still got, it's like people ask about baking soda or salt, but what are you still doing when you're pouring that in? You're still putting your hand or something over that fire. If you're putting baking soda or salt on it. Again, the best thing to have is make sure you put a lid on it. Like I said, a pizza pan or a cookie sheet or the lid. Always have the lid with you. That's the best thing to do and the safe thing. Yes? Stovetop, fire stop? Yeah. You get it at any Home Depot, Menards, yep. Yeah. They should have. If not, Amazon has everything. So, you can go there. Yeah. Yep, it's off gassing, so it's getting there. It's getting there. So we're going to put on a half a cup of water. That's it, just a half a cup of water when that starts to fire, and we'll show you. It'll roll. It'll have a good flash over roll out of there. You see it off gassing coming out? Yep. That's it. So that's a good sign your grease is getting very hot. Again, if you're not a part of our Facebook page at spmfire.org, go to our Facebook page. We do, for Blaine residents, Spring Lake Park, Blaine Mountain View, we do a Pizza Hut. We partner with Pizza Hut in Blaine and do a smoke alarm blitz. And what that does from 5 to 7 at the end of October, we're trying to do it every month. We'll go out from 5 to 7. We will go with the drivers to whoever orders pizza between 5 and 7. Getting there? Okay. I'll finish that in a second. So right now, if that happens and you're at home, Chewy is going to throw a pizza pan on it. You want to cover it, and then I'll put it out. Do not take it off anytime soon. At least keep it on for a couple hours. Now at this point, we're going to put a half a cup of water. Half a cup of water on this grease fire. And I want to this is your good example of why we don't put water on it. Can you imagine what that'll do to your house or yourself? We won't cover that. Yeah, just turn it on. So that's why we don't want to put water on a grease fire. So at this point, we're just going to turn the gas off. We're going to leave that for a while. That's a pretty good example. So going back to the pizza, so at the end of October, on our Facebook page, if you order Pizza Hut between 5 and 7, and you're lucky enough to have the fire department show up, if you allow us in your home and check your smoke alarms and seal alarms, if they're working, we're going to buy your dinner that night. If you need batteries or you need a new smoke alarm, you need one installed, we will do that free of charge. That is part of what the SPM Fire Department does. So remember, end of October, look for our Facebook page. I don't know the exact date yet. So I really hope you enjoyed the open house. We're not done yet. If you're 18 and older, you can do the fire extinguisher training prop. We have the kids safety trailer that we bring to the middle schools. So please join there. We got balloons, everything inside, and we really appreciate you guys coming to the open house. Any questions, we'll be around. Thank you.